We live? Let me see this. Where are we going? Like we're live. And we're live here on YouTube, looks like. Coming up here. Coming up here. Never know when it's gonna pop up. Last time I was on here, I was picking my nose. So it looks like we're good there. We are live. Hopefully somebody shows up. Hey, DR2K in the house. First person in the house. The biggest name in NBA 2K here on the day trading channel. DR2K, tell everybody about your day trading accomplishments lately. How you been doing out there? Making some money? Well, what's going on, guys? I've lost 10,000. Boom! DR2K losing $10,000 in the stock market. Kid only has about $500 overall, but he lost 10,000 somehow. 1 a.m. in Malta. Nice. What's up, Nathaniel? On the other side of the world, tuning in. All right, so today we're just gonna be doing some Q&A. Obviously, the market's closed, so you guys got questions? Give me some questions. I'll give you some answers. Try to answer as best as I can. Not really. You guys remember RTNB on Friday? We traded this one. We tried to trade it a couple times in the chat, but look at that big old pop up there to 250, crashing down there to $1. A couple people got short here in the $2 area, covered for $1 profit. Not a bad day at all. All right. Let me get some good questions. Let's get some high quality questions going here. We got an hour. Got a couple hours before the Game of Thrones and all that fun stuff starts later on. Gotta get ready for that. Thoughts on Bitcoin? Oh, I don't really want to talk about Bitcoin. Am I going live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.? Yes, we're doing it, baby. Ron, how long have I been day trading? I've been day trading for what now? Last January I started day trading, so that was 2016, so a little over about a year and a half, I guess. Let's get it started. Market's opening here in 5 minutes. Gonna get some crazy trades here. Hopefully no one's tuning in for the market open, because it ain't gonna happen. It's Sunday night here on the East Coast. How long did it take me to figure out if I knew what I was doing? Oh, I still haven't figured it out. Every day it's a new thing. Why don't I trade P's alert? I do trade P's alerts. How do you go about doing your taxes? Man, you guys are just blowing me up right now. All right, so doing my taxes, I hired an accountant. Actually, he's terrible. He's really slow, but he's working on my taxes supposedly. But if you're gonna day trade, if you're gonna make a lot of money in the market, I mean, if you're not gonna make a lot of money, if you have a small account, all that kind of stuff, you don't really need to worry about it. You can kind of figure it out yourself. But if you're gonna day trade and have larger positions, all that stuff, it's time to hire an accountant. Why don't I trade larger size? Jay, I try to trade larger size. It really just depends on the stocks, depends on the entries. Market's been kind of slow, so haven't been getting too aggressive really. Do I trade pre-market? I trade pre-market, yes. I'll get crazy pre-market sometimes. On a day where I make $300, how much does that go as commissions and fees? Well, for Short Trader, I pay $4.95 per trade, so that's, how much is that? What, $4.95 per trade. So you're paying $9.95 per trade basically, in and out. So it's not that bad. And I usually do what, 5 or 6 trades, so make $300, pay $50 in trades or what, and commissions, and then ECN you're gonna pay like $1.50 to $2 per trade kind of thing. Best time of year for day trading obviously is going to be November, December. Not obviously, but November, December is definitely gonna be the hot times to be day trading there. You want to definitely, if you're gonna be a day trader, you're gonna be ready for Novembers and Decembers, because that's when it gets hot. Sometimes just Trade Zero has $1 commissions. Yeah, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you can get Trade Zero. What is ECN? You don't get ECN fees, TR2K, because you are trading on the old one. Oh, well, trading on the new fee structure, which is a penny a share or whatever. Why don't you trade? Why does the market hold us little guys down? Well, the market wants to keep, keep the little guys paying the fees for management fees and investment and all that fun stuff. They don't want people trading their own money. They think that they think that you're gonna lose a lot of money if you can trade over $25,000. If you can day trade, I don't know. It's a really terrible thing. Thoughts on mobile trading? I don't like the mobile trade. I do it sometimes if I really need to, but other times I try to stay away from it. It's not fast enough. Do I use trade ideas? No, I do not use trade ideas. How do you get over the fear of losing? Shit, I don't even know. I still have the fear of losing, so you don't really ever get over it. I guess you just become more and more consistent and more experienced, and you just kind of figure out that sometimes you got to lose to win. So every trade you go into, you got to have an idea that you're gonna lose. There's obviously gonna be a chance that you're gonna lose on a trade, but maybe you're gonna make some money. So that's kind of the goal: keeping a tight stop, having a plan ahead of time. Where do I find stocks that are moving? Normally the stocks that we're trading are just stocks that gap up and down pre-market. Normally the biggest stocks that have the biggest move of the day will get news pre-market or the day before, after hours, and then normally you get that big move. So most stocks, will make a big move right at open, and then they'll kind of either go down rest of the day, or they'll kind of bounce depending where they are with the moving average and stuff like that. Johnny Walker, what's up? Yeah, I agree, Matthew. If you want to lose $25,000, let them lose $25,000. How much have I lost to date? I'm actually in the green overall, but my first year trading, I lost about $16,000. Well, yeah. Actually, probably about the first 7 months, because I had some really some bad trades, doing some really stupid stuff, trying to hold through earnings. I held Fitbit through earnings one time, and that just killed me, actually. Fitbit I was up like a couple $1,000. I was really excited, and then I didn't even know about earnings, and all of a sudden the earnings hit, and the stock dropped like 30-40%. It was... Talk about a crushing, very crushing to get that. 1 a.m. in South Africa. What's up from South Africa? That's pretty cool. How much money will I make tomorrow? DO2K? I think you're going to make... I got a bad feeling about tomorrow, actually. It's in my gut. I kind of have a feeling that tomorrow's going to be a bad day. So, I don't know. I hate those days. Is it easy to day trade in college? I don't know. I never went to college. But if you figure it out, let me know. Maybe we'll tell some people about it. But, I mean, I imagine it's pretty easy to day trade in college. How do you determine your risk levels? You guys are blowing it up. Hold on. Come on. I'm gonna scroll up here. Do I use any screeners to find stocks? No, normally just kind of find what stocks have news in the morning, and then kind of throughout the day, people popping up, what's going on, moving around. Do I trade trends? Yeah, I definitely trade trends. If it's going up, it's going down. We trade volatile stocks. That's just true. On the screen right now, you can see this is just, I don't have this pulled up there. It's not normally how I trade, but I just pulled this up there. It's a 5-minute chart. This is basically Dash Trader Pro, Short Trader Pro. How do I determine risk levels? Obviously, the biggest thing is kind of figuring out if, let's say, trading a stock like RTNB. I mean, the moves here are huge. So you also have to expect, this big move up, you might get a big move down. So when going into this trade, I'm kind of thinking, my max risk gonna be what, 40-30 cents on this kind of move. I mean, I could lose 20%. So I'm gonna go with small size. It really depends on where I'm buying it, kind of figuring out kind of what's the downside, what's the biggest the stock's gonna crash, and if it does crash, do I get screwed there? Do I use trailing stops? Why would someone use a stop loss instead of a trailing stop? Hard to say, I guess. Trailing stop is going to be a little different than a hard stop. I don't really use stops, so it's hard for me to put in on that. I mean, people always talk about the trailing stop. The problem is when you trade these really volatile stocks, the trailing stop just does not work. I mean, the stock might jump up literally $1 in seconds and then crash back down and then go back up $1. So you gotta be very kind of just watching it and keeping an eye on it. Matthew's been loving the live videos. Thanks, man. Thanks. Props. What was the best, easiest strategy that really helped you start becoming profitable? Easiest strategy was really just aiming low. As weird as that sounds, I just needed to aim low. The sense that I used to try to make like $1,000 a day. I was like, oh, I want to make $1,000 a day. And instead of making $1,000, I ended up like losing $500. So when I started with the goal of just making $100 a day, then I'd make like $200, $300 a day. And it kind of became like this like weird thing. Like if I aimed low, I would always kind of beat that. But the days that there's days where I wake up and I'm like, oh, today I'm going to crush the market. I'm going to literally make so much money. And that's the norm of the days that I lose on. So I try to keep just a level-headed mindset, you know, playing it smart, not being overly greedy. Because really, when you're day trading, you just got to take profit when you got it. How long did it take me to see consistency? Oh, I mean, probably about a year, honestly. Maybe a little over a year. It really just took, and even then, I'm not, you know, it's not like every single day is green, you know. Really, it's more just about maintaining your risk and kind of setting like a goal where you're like, all right, if I lose $200, I'm gonna be out for the day, and then come back tomorrow and do it all over again. Oh, there's so many messages. I gotta scroll through here. Who taught you how to trade? Obviously the chat room I talk about a lot of times. There's a link in the video if you want to check it out. I learned a lot in that chat room. I learned a lot in different chat rooms, actually. Different people just talking, stuff like this. There was nothing like this when I first started trading, where I can just go and ask questions or talk to people on StockTwits, or I don't know. There's a community of people day trading. I think there's a lot of people out there who are trying to day trade just like we are, who are also trading the same stocks. They're all sitting there wondering the same thing. They're asking the same questions. So we all work together. That's kind of the big goal with this whole channel, with this whole live trading thing, is if in the morning, if we can all kind of have an eye on the market, if everyone's looking, you have 300 people all looking for stocks, there's a lot better chance we're going to find a hot stock that day, and we're going to get in before anyone else does. So that's kind of a good plan. Travis has a feeling the market's going to pull back soon. Well, it could happen. Never know. You never know. Holy cow, there's so many messages. I'm trying to keep through. Why do you keep wiring money out? Why don't you keep building up to move? Predator, I have a larger account. I keep telling people always ask me, why do I use SureTrader? I use SureTrader because, one, I have $4.95 commission fees. It's pretty much basic to what all the other brokers are. I have a large account that I trade with, that I have, you know, my money in, my long-term investments, my long holds like Nvidia, stocks like that. I always talk about Nvidia a lot. I've been long Nvidia since last year. I got a couple other stocks in there, Amazon, Facebook, all those kind of tech stocks. Did the whole FANG thing back last year when FANG was really hot. I mean, obviously FANG is really hot right now, but last year it was really pumping it up. But the reason I use SureTrader is a lot of people who watch the videos, it's a lot easier for people to understand how to trade small account with only small size, and just it's a little riskier. Obviously, you know, as people can learn and they watch in the trades. So for me to go and trade a $25,000, $30,000 account, I mean, I can do it, but it doesn't really prove anything. It doesn't help people that are trying to learn about small accounts. That's what I really needed help with when I first started trading, was how to trade a small account. How do I scale in and out of trades? I take profit along the way. Obviously, you want to take profit when you got it, kind of thing. A lot of times I'll get into a trade looking for a 20-cent move, so I'll get in, take profit when I get it, get in and out quick. So I don't really give it much time. A lot of these trades I'm in so short. I need to give it more time, obviously, but at the same time, I don't want to pay more commissions. If I get in here on RTNB, it drops down 50 cents. You know, maybe I can cover half and then wait for another drop, but then I got to pay more commissions. And then if I'm gonna keep moving out, I don't know. It's kind of thing. I think it's better to for me, my style is just to short it, get that drop, look for another break, short it again, get that drop, kind of thing. Who knows? Maybe that's a bad way of thinking about it, but that's the way I look at it. When you make that decision to enter, how to determine volume? I keep seeing setups to get caught my false breakouts. Any tips on entering in volume? I mean, you want volume. The more volume there, the better. Obviously, if there's people buying and selling, that's going to give you a little more safety net. You don't want to just get in on a stock that has no volume, because obviously you buy a stock that has no volume, somebody can crash it down. If it's trading low float, small volume, someone can crash it really quickly just by dropping a couple thousand shares on the market. You don't need leverage with 1K. It's just more difficult. You need leverage. Oh, maybe you don't need leverage. I don't know. You need at least 3K. People are all talking. So many things popping up here. What's my favorite indicator? I don't really have a favorite indicator. Not huge on indicators. Obviously, get a good VWAP breakdown is always fun. You know, short a stock right before the VWAP breaks, and then boom, nice drop through stops and everything like that, breaking down. We're going for 100 watchers here. 99 on a Sunday night. Not bad. I'll do it. Let's do it. Minimum 3K. I'm just gonna scroll through so many questions. What do you think of TD Ameritrade? Thinkorswim, love it. Thinkorswim is great. TD Ameritrade's great. They don't pay me or anything like that, not to pump them up, but I love it. Red of the Devil down. There's so many questions. But yeah, Thinkorswim's really good. They got really good customer service. A lot better than SureTrader. Obviously, it's a real broker. SureTrader is a joke. Did I trade the simulator account first? No. First thing I ever did was I opened up an E-Trade account. I put like $11,000 in it. Literally my first account. I put $11,000 in it. I started buying stocks, and I had no idea what PDT was. I had no idea what any of that was. It was really funny actually, how that worked out. I think my first trade ever was actually on a biotech stock. It had good news. Ended up making like $500, and I thought it was the most amazing thing ever because I made $500 in literally a matter of minutes, and I thought day trading was so easy that I could never lose. And boy, was I wrong. If you only have, if you have only 1K, it'd be very hard because how would you pay for a platform for free? I don't know. Did you trade in your simulator account? How is the commission? Oh, I'm gonna scroll down. Use stock trade. I don't really know. A lot of people talking about it. It's a weird thing because I think it's like a peer-to-peer. So like if I have shares of Apple and I want to sell them, and then you want to buy them, we buy them between each other. We're not like buying it outside of the whole thing. I haven't really looked into it that much. I just learned a little bit about use stock trade. Is Ninja Trader a good tool to start for live trading simulation? Maybe. I mean, it's not. If you really like want to like trade and you want to be live, I mean, you can just sit here and just like write down your entries. I mean, I could sit here on a stock and have a piece of paper and say, hey, I'm gonna buy RTNB at $2, and then if it goes higher, I'm gonna take profit. You can kind of do that if you really wanted to kind of simulate. You don't really need to pay for a simulator. TD is good for charts, but commission's very high. It's not that bad actually. TD, you can talk them down if you have a good account size, but it's not $9.99 anymore. TD Ameritrade is $6.95, and then you can talk them down below $6.95. How do you control your emotions? I'm working on it. Every day it's a new battle between controlling the emotions. You never know. It's a roller coaster. Day trading is a complete roller coaster. PDT keeps dumb people from losing all their money. I mean, even without PDT, I can lose all my money. So it's not gonna stop me from losing money. If I can open a Robinhood account, put $3,000 in, I can lose $3,000 in one day. Trust me, I can do it. It's very easy. Borrowing rate for hard to borrow stocks on SureTrader. I haven't even really messed with that actually. And SureTrader, yeah, you get your shares a lot. Really a lot of times there's always shares. It's short. I pay $104 a month for SureTrader Pro, this Dash Trader Pro, whatever it is. Yeah, so we get all these questions out. That was kind of the goal. Hopefully tonight, get a lot of questions out. Tomorrow morning, we can just focus on some solid trades. I want to make some money tomorrow. I didn't have a bad week last week. I just had a kind of a slow, I don't even know if it was a slow week, kind of a weird week. Made some money still, but it just wasn't what I wanted. You know, I go into these weeks hoping to make a lot of money, but kind of didn't lose money. So that's a good thing. Always, you know, coming out of the market alive, not losing money is a good thing. But at the end of the day, we're here to make money, and that's kind of the ultimate goal. How long did it take me before being profitable? Like I said, my first trade ever day trading, I was profitable. I made like $600 on the first trade ever. I literally opened a brokerage account, made a trade, made money. But from then on, it was just, you know, up and down. I'd make money on a trade, I'd lose money on a trade. I'd make money on a trade, lose money on a trade. Oh, people hit me up everywhere, Skype. But it just takes time, really. It takes time. I think the biggest thing with becoming profitable and becoming consistently profitable is just removing a lot of that risk, taking a lot of the just really dumb trades out of it. Like stuff like RTNB, yeah, there's a lot of, you know, you can make a lot of money on this. It goes up really fast, but, you know, for a beginner day trader, somebody trying to chase this, somebody who's holding this, they get stuck in this halt and then boom, gets crashed down 50%. That wipes out your whole account. I'm sure, I mean, I guarantee that there was some Robinhood accounts that got blown up on this move right here. This $2 to under $1 move that blew up some Robinhood accounts. I guarantee it. No doubt about it. You guys, I'm sure someone agrees with me. Thanks. I can't even say that name, but SEC is BS. Yeah, it's weird sometimes with the SEC, with the whole halting thing and some of the stocks that don't get halted and some of the stocks that do get halted. I don't even know. Man, there are so many. It's hard. Rule of thumb, if you're in the USA. What kind of setups do I look for swing trades? The best setups for me for swing trades normally is just the stock's got good news. It's really bullish. I mean that's like, I guess it's any swing trade, but doing some of the overnight gappers is always fun. You find a stock like well, not RTMB, but you find these stocks that get these big run-ups into close. Normally the next morning you get a nice gap up. It just really depends on the news. These biotechs, these small caps that just jump up. You get 100% gapper overnight. Always a fun one to get into for a swing. Short trader charts, they work. I see people that say that, you know, they use the TC 2000 or they pay for extra charts. I don't really see the need for it. I mean, it works for me. Maybe I'd have to really look into it. Did I watch any trading education DVDs? No, I had no DVDs. Literally every DVD out there you can find. You just Google it, you can find the same exact information. I don't see the value in spending $3,000 on a DVD course when you can just go on YouTube and, you know, not even watching my videos. I'm not saying to go watch my videos. You can watch whatever videos you want. But if you Google any question about day trading, you can find a million answers. You can find a million videos. You can find a million write-ups about it. Never use Robinhood. Amen to that. Jackington asking about if I get into a trade and it goes against me instantly. I mean, if it goes against me instantly, I'm out. I don't even let it go against me instantly. Normally, if you ever watch me trade, you watch the videos, you'll see I cut my losses fast. So a lot of times too fast. I'll cut my loss and get out of a trade before it can really go against me. I like to get into a trade. I like to get in when I'm green and I like to get out when I'm green. So it's literally I'm never down. So a lot of times I'll get into a stock, I'll short it at a resistance, I'll go in long on a resistance break. I get in green, I get out green. Never was a moment where I was in the red. So it's always fun. Solar eclipse Monday. Yeah, I heard it's gonna crash the market. So get ready to short the overall market for that solar eclipse. Gonna knock out all the servers, the Y2K 5000 here. Yes, Ron talking about small size, keeping consistent profits, always a good idea. I tell people when you first start trading, focus on execution, focus on just trying to get in and out of trades fast and kind of seeing those setups ahead of time. You don't need to buy you don't need to buy 10,000 shares of a stock to make money. You know, if you buy 1,000 shares, take a little 10-cent prop, you get 100 bucks. So just be safe, be consistent, you know, with that small size. If you're going to trade small size also, the thing is, don't first trade of the day. If I'm like, my goal is I'm going to trade small size today. Don't take, you know, 5,000 shares and on the first trade lose money and then the rest of the day trade small. You need to trade small consistently. You need to make a small amount of profit or make a small loss. You can't have one trade where you're huge sizing, you lose a lot of money, and then on the next trade you go in small and don't make any money. So you got to be consistent. If you're gonna lose, make sure you lose small. If you're gonna lose, you know, you got to control that sizing. Someone told me taxes on day trader is 40%. They take profits. No, it's not 40%. It really depends on your what do you call it? On your income level, whatever you're paying. So say if you make, you know, $100,000 and your income tax is 28% or whatever it is, then that's what you're gonna pay. So your day trading profit is basically just gonna go in as a 1099, just like it's another source of income. There's different ways to set it up. I know there's ways to become a professional day trader and do pay taxes like that way. You can talk to an accountant. I am not an accountant. Can't help you with that. Penny stocks are the death trap. I mean, Big Hoss, sure. The penny stocks are what they are. You know, I don't really believe in trading OTC stocks, but some of these stocks like RTNB, there's opportunity. You know, you can get in quick, get in out. You got to know what you're playing with. You're messing with fire. It's a hot potato. Who's ever gonna hold the potato last is gonna lose. So, in and out, in and out. What was the most dollar amount you ever made on what trade? Like six. I mean, no, on one trade, probably like over at the, I don't know, $1,200 on a trade. But I mean, I had some swing trades and had some different trades where I, you know, traded 5 or 6 times, where I made over $2,000, like shorting a couple stocks one day. Just had a crazy sell-off and shorted 3 or 4 times, and racking up profit like that. Normally, like I said, I'm taking profit fast. I don't really have like a, if I'm in a stock, I'm normally taking 20, 30 cent profit and getting out quick and kind of playing it safe. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny because you won't. you don't really remember the winners. You remember the losers. I can remember the most amount of money I ever lost. So that's pretty the funny part. That's one of the things, you don't really remember the winners. A lot of times I'm sitting here all the weekend, I'm like, I can't even remember what stock I actually made money on this week, but I can remember all the stocks I lost money on. Can I look at IDXG? I'll look at IDXG. What's up with IDXG? IDXG ran up last week. I hate IDXG. It's got a big float. It just like doesn't really it doesn't move. It takes a lot of volume to get this one moving. You can see kind of doing some weird stuff last week. I don't love it. DR2K blowing up 1,500 shares. Better watch out, boy. This ain't like that NBA. It ain't like NBA 2K where you just start raining greens all day. Do I trade cryptocurrencies? Nope. I like it when you wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. For now on, if ever I want to set this up so I have my lights in the back. I have that light behind me. Say if I'm in a trade, it starts to go red. We're gonna have the light go to red, and then when it starts going green, the light will go green, and really boom, have fireworks go off. Boom! I think we're gonna really upgrade this live feed here and really step it up. If I could go back, what would I change? Shit, I don't know. Probably not betting on ERs. That was probably the worst thing I ever could have done. Also betting on pharmaceutical biotechs. I used to bet on biotechs. I thought that I could buy biotechs and bet on them for FDA approval. I think I probably did it like 10 times. I literally bet on like 10 different stocks for FDA approval, and literally every single time I got burnt. If I would have shorted every single FDA approval stock that I was trying to get in on, I would have so much money right now. But instead, I went long every single FDA approval and got so screwed. So screwed. Terrible idea. What is a good site for shorting with a small account? Short Trader is definitely going to be the best account for best broker for doing the shorting with a small account. Can't really get around that. Matthew talking about the resistance and support breaks. Yeah, I mean, so normally when I trade resistance support breaks, I do a lot. I think it's a lot better. It just depends. Really, with the long stuff, you get these, resistance breaks, and you get that move higher normally. Like, you get a stock like IDXG, you have this break over that 125 area, boom, 130 breaks, goes all the way up here to 141. You get that 10-cent move, nice move. So it really just depends. I think it depends on how real that support, how big that resistance is. So I need to work on that. I need to work on not shorting into resistance breaks as much and try to short into these pops here after we get a break. So we'll see how that works this next week. Kind of my plan. We'll figure it out. All right, I'm just gonna scroll down. There's so many stocks. Marijuana stocks. Woo. Yeah, that's the hot one right now. The problem with the marijuana stocks is I think even if marijuana gets legalized, it's just like the big money's gonna win that out. Like all the cigarette companies, all these companies that already have all the money, the infrastructure, like they're just not gonna lose. So all these little small time companies, I mean, maybe they just I don't know what happens with them. I'm not gonna go over that, but it's your stock industry. Is stock industry even matter? Isn't volatility and volume most important? Volatility, volume is definitely more important for sure. Why don't I trade often with your TD American account? I trade with it. I have it pulled up on other screen a lot of times. I do a lot more swing trading. Like I said, I got long positions in that, so I don't really mess around a lot with it. It's more about, it's like a long-term investment. Like I said, I don't make money just off of day trading. I have other jobs I do, well, other revenue sources. The YouTube, the day trading, the small account, all that stuff is something that I do, but I also make money doing other things. I have other investments, other business opportunities that I do. So I'm not trying to live, I don't live 100% off of what I make on this small account. So if I make $100, it's not like I'm eating and having to pay my rent off that $100 I made off Short Trader that day. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to like scam anybody by saying that I live off of my $100 a day profit, nothing like that. Also, any thoughts on having a hotkey to buy 90 to 95% of the buying power? Yeah, you can do it. I have it set up on my hotkey right now, so I can short 45%. So I can get for first position, then I have another hotkey that I can short 95%. I have a position that I can buy 95% long. So I have all those on my hotkeys. best stock screener? For me, best stock screener really is just kind of looking in the morning for the gappers, like I said. Price range stock are safe. Doesn't really matter. I mean, a $1 stock can move slowly. A $20 stock can move fast. It really just depends. I mean, it depends on the volume, the news and stuff. But obviously these small floats, small caps like IDXG, you can see. I mean, it's not a huge moves here, but you know, you get a 10-cent move on a dollar stock. It's what 10% profit. So you got to be careful on these, even on these small moves. If you don't mind, what is the most amount of money you withdrawn from SureTrader? I've withdrawn over $10,000 a couple times, so don't worry. People ask me like about SureTrader, they're gonna steal all your money. They're not gonna steal all your money. Don't worry. They need people to keep opening accounts up so they can keep making that money off the commission fees. So the last thing they're gonna do is start stealing people's money, because that'll just scare everybody away. They're gonna try to keep it going as long as they can to get that commission fees. That's one of the reasons also I take money out of SureTrader, because I don't trust them in terms of that thing. They could just close up one day. I don't need to have $20,000 on my SureTrader account to make money. I can put literally $3,000 in a SureTrader account and make money. So I don't need to have a huge risk there. Worst come to worst, let's say the Bahamas, I don't know. Let's just say SureTrader closes down. I'm not gonna be broke. I'm not gonna go bankrupt off of SureTrader closing. That's one of the reasons I also keep a small account. Yes, Ron. I actually, my desktop is my laptop. So everything you see here is what I have when I'm mobile. So I can keep it. Am I killing it like Sykes? Oh yeah, dude. Me and Sykes. No, Sykes is killing it. I'm not killing it. What was your balance when you opened SureTrader account? What was your balance with SureTrader? My balance when I first opened the small account, well, I had SureTrader account for a while, but when I really started the $1,000 challenge, I had $1,000. I made over $10,000 a couple months trading with that, and then I withdraw money, put more money in, withdraw money. One of the reasons I don't talk about my account size, I know people always ask like what my account size is it really doesn't matter. I mean, I guess it does matter if you want to know, but for me, I don't know. I'm not trying to brag about how much money I have. You guys see the trades. If you don't believe it, I'm sorry. You see the trades. You see what I make. I try to show my P&L. I try to show all that. But at the end of the day, I mean, does it really matter if I have $1 million? If I have $10,000? If you guys see the trades, I don't want you guys to think that you need a lot of money if you don't want a lot of money. It is what it is.
10 seconds.
Did it take them weeks to deposit the funds? No, they do the old credit card right into the SureTrader account, like literally the same day. How do you feel about using market orders while watching level 2 to quickly get in and out of trades? I mean, you can do market orders, but a lot of times market orders can screw you. I've seen it happen so many times. The brokers will they'll fill you lower, they'll fill you higher just to get a couple cents on you and get that, make a little money off you. What color is your Lamborghini? No Lamborghinis here. I got an old Audi, so I'm not killing it like Sykes. What's my thought on Ricky Gutierrez? Is that how you said? Yeah, Ricky's killing it. Ricky's got all kinds of stuff going on. His whole channel's always talking about crazy stuff they're doing over there, selling cars and houses and all that fun stuff. I try to keep it more just strictly day trading. They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But big respect over to those guys. All the other traders on YouTube, if they're doing it. I mean, it's a lot of work to put these videos out there. There's not many actually day traders who show live trades though. So that's one thing that's weird. I'm not trying to say that I'm like anything special, but I don't know why more people don't show their live trades instead of just doing recaps, saying, hey, I bought this stock here and sold here, made $10,000 profit. No one's showing live trades. What's up with that? Let's wonder about that. Five skills you need before starting day trading? Whew, a lot of them. A lot of them. Any books on day trading? I don't really think about I don't really care about. I mean books. I'm not a very big book person, so I never really looked into it. Let's do some trades. Yeah, let's do it, Carl. Market's open. Boom, we're in it. How do I handle risk management? Anything specific? I go into every single trade with a plan. So if I'm gonna buy here, IDXG, I'm gonna pull up another chart. I don't really like looking at this chick. Let's look at here, FL. Boom, perfect example. All right, so we'll look at FL here. Say I'm going short here on FL. I go short on the top of this candle thinking we're gonna double top there. So that probably that would be exactly what happened to me. So I would have got in here at the 35.25 area, and then I'm thinking, okay, shit. There's resistance there at the 35.50 area. If it gets above 35.50, I'm going to cover. That's kind of my risk. So I'm looking at it like, well, that's, you know, 20, 30 cents there. And I can buy 200 shares there and I'll be good. That's kind of my risk. I'm going to risk 30 cents for the possible move down here for a 50 cent, you know, move down here. So that's kind of my plan. Going into every single trade with a plan, knowing exactly how much kind of where I can lose. Obviously, you know, you get a big squeeze, but in general, kind of going into it with a plan, knowing what I'm going to kind of risk. How old am I? 28. Yeah, I think my birthday is this month. My birthday is the 28th of August. If you guys want to hit the tip jar or anything like that, you know, just hit it up. Boom, we got to buy some new presents. I actually bought some shoes today using some of that Foot Locker money. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you saw some new shoes I got. All black, baby, all black. Trading in the zone, always in the zone. First information I got about the stock market, actually first information was people just talking about stocks. And I was like, shit, I'm going to buy and sell stocks. Watching Wolf of Wall Street. Oh, Wolf of Wall Street. That's the... I think a lot of people started day trading after that movie came out. Where do I prepare for my trading plan for the coming day? I mean, there's a lot of times it's just you wake up, you look at what's gapping, you look what's moving, and that's kind of the plan. I mean, I can make a plan right now. We can sit here, we could find 20 stocks we could have an idea for, and we could all make a plan for it. But on Monday morning, those stocks might not do anything. They might not move. They might not do anything that we planned on. So the best thing to do is really just wake up in the morning, kind of look at what's gapping around and making a plan there. Can I explain what a squeeze is? So the squeeze is going to be, let's say here, 35.50 on FL, right? That's kind of the resistance there. Let's say the little resistance line, 35.51 resistance. So that was previous support. It broke, and then we had that test of it. It came back down, kind of bouncing here. So people are loading up short. They're loading up short in this area right here. If it gets above 35.50, people are going to start to cover. And then if we get up here to 36.55, you know, get that real big move, more people start covering, more people get scared. It's a panic. People are trying to cover. All the shorts trying to cover. And it's just like a race to the door, try to get out of there. Do I use hotkeys? Always. Using hotkeys, limit on the bid on the ask to get in and out quickly. Do you trade full time? I trade full time. I mean, I trade every day from 9 a.m. till whatever time I stop. So I guess I trade full time. Do I keep a trading journal? No, I don't keep a trading journal. I don't really see a point in me spending my time writing, because I mean, the videos, the whole channel is a trading journal. You guys can watch the videos. You can see what I'm talking about in the videos. And then, I mean, I kind of edit those videos. I kind of talk about those videos. I kind of have to live those videos over and over. If I do make a big loss, I get to, you know, make a video about it and talk about it and kind of beat myself up about it sometimes. I should create a custom keyboard cover for hotkeys. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, dude, keys to winning. I'm not gonna get into the whole what Matthew McConaughey told Leonardo, you know, what you need to do every day, but those are pretty key things to follow. Yes, go long on NAC. Biggest. This stock is like a cult stock. I don't know why, but people love to pump this stock up. I don't even know why. Big question to do taxes. If you're not making a lot of money, they're really easy. If you don't make any money at all, it's not hard to do your taxes. A lot of times your broker, you can just import your taxes right in. You can import your trades right into QuickBooks. So it's not hard. Do I trade Bitcoin? No Bitcoin for me. What's Bitcoin at right now? What's the price of Bitcoin? Who knows? Do you trade in a chat room? Yeah, I trade in a chat room. Trade my own trades as well. There's a link to the chat room in the description if you want to check that out. Not here to sell chat room descriptions. Do you believe that Stephen Duck? I can't, these names, ducks. $27,000 to $900,000. I mean, you can do it. I'm not saying you can't. It's hard as shit, probably. Really hard, actually. But I mean, it's possible if you're just a badass. You have some insane setups. I remember last November, there was like, you just could not lose. It was literally just every single day there was 100% stock. There was literally every single day it was 100% runner, over 100%. I remember it was like crazy. We did like over 600% profit on the alerts in the chat room in November last year, and it was like you just couldn't lose. That was insane, actually. So if you had if the market's really hot, if the market's got some great setups, you can make the money. I mean, you could turn $10,000 into $100,000 in a month if you had the right setups. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's like Sykes and their whole plan is to short the first red day. I mean, you can do it. It's just a little risky. Shorten those penny stocks, shorten the OTC stocks. They short like OTC stocks like crazy, which is, I don't even know about that. I have 2 monitors set up right now. I got my monitor on the right, 2 32-inch monitors. I need the 40-inch monitors so I can step it up. Keep telling my girlfriend, let me get the 40-inch monitors, and she's like, you don't need a 40-inch monitors. The chat room is not mine. I just want to clear that up. It's not my chat room. I do not run the chat room. I did not own the chat room. The chat room is, I was literally a member of the chat room, so don't want you guys to think that I'm not, it's not my chat room. $40-inch cock, yeah, perfect. I thought you had 4 monitors. No, I have 2 monitors, 2 32-inch monitors. How many montages? I have my one like main montage set up there, and then like a couple charts on the right, and all that fun stuff. You gotta tell your girl bigger is better, man. Bigger is always better. YouTube stream delay. Yeah, like I mean one thing also, I mean this whole like live stream thing is not really about I don't want people following me into trades. That's like the last thing I want. Because it's more just about people just talking, you know, talking about what's going on. How much have I made from the chat room plays? I mean, I made a lot of money. I made the whole $1,000 challenge month was just from that, just trading the chat room stuff. All right, who's got? Let's not just talk about chat. We got 20 minutes left. Let's get some good stuff going on here. Who's got some good stuff? We'll go back and look. How do you decide to trade pre-market, post-market? This really depends on the volume, depends on the action. I used to hate trade pre-market just because the volatility pre-market, you get a big spread. But stock like FL, so FL is a perfect example. So FL drops from here through this 38. I actually woke up in the morning on Friday and saw this stock pre-market. It was like 8 o'clock, like literally 8 o'clock. I'm like, I don't want to mess with that. I'm gonna wait for 9 a.m. That way I'll start trading with a live feed. And then literally came back, went and watched TV for like an hour, and came back, and boom, it had crashed down like I don't even know what, $37. So pain in my ass. Yeah, I mean, how much money do I normally trade with? Just depends. I mean, sometimes $20,000, $30,000. I mean, if I'm trading with a $3,000 account with 6 times commissions, with 6 times commission, 6 times margin, really depends. Trading pre-market, just guessing? No, not really. I mean, if the stock has volume, if the stock has bad news. I mean, look here. You got 24,000. A lot of I mean, over 100,000, 200,000, 200,000 shares traded there through this whole area. Probably more than that. So I mean, there's plenty of volume to trade there. Jon Snow dies. Hey, let's not get into that. Let's not even talk about Jon Snow dying. You know, Jon Snow's gonna have a baby with the Dragon Queen. That's what's gonna happen. What scanner do I use? I'm using stockmarketwatch.com. You can check out the videos on the tube if you want to learn more about what I'm doing every morning. BW extremely oversold. See, I'm not a big fan of the whole RSI plays because BW could keep going lower. If it's just because it's oversold does not mean that it's a good buy. Be careful with that. Is there one simple strategy that's good to start with for newbies? Best strategy to start when you're a newbie is just to, like I said, play small, kind of learn, focus on breaking even. If you can get into a trade, break even after commissions on that trade, I mean, you're winning. Literally, if you can start, when you first start out, if you just trade with the idea of just getting in and out fast, taking profit, and kind of breaking even, you're killing it. So focus on that. Kind of find some stocks that are moving around, that are looking hot that day. Get in and out, take profit when you got it, kind of thing. Nope, no end of day settlement with Sure Trader. I know. I watched the old the Game of Thrones leak. It was a terrible idea. I don't know why I did that, but I ended up watching some of the leak stuff there on YouTube, really ruining some of the build up there. Your girlfriend says you have no life because of trading. Well, you tell her that you're gonna have a great life one day when you become a millionaire trading. You know, that's what I always tell my girlfriend. At least I think she's watching this, so maybe she'll comment about that. I will be live tomorrow morning. I'm heading to Hawaii. Well, I'm supposed to be heading to Hawaii. The ticket hasn't been booked yet, but I'm heading to Hawaii on Thursday, so we'll get in 3 solid days of trading. Subscribe to my channel. I'm doing live trades, not showing P&L, Mr. Profit. What? Anything bad about IB? I don't think there's anything bad. Only margin if you have less than 3,000. Okay. Somebody's question. I think people are answering questions. Thoughts on Robinhood? Robinhood is not for day trading. Robinhood is Gator Trader. Where am I avoiding your question? Sorry. All right, here we go. Gator Trader, I got you. There's so many questions. Sorry about that. Are you more long short bias? Right now, I think I'm more short bias because the markets has been slow, had a lot of just selling off, stocks with bad news, retail getting killed. So nothing like a great retail stock like FL. I mean, look at this, just getting killed here. I wish I could have shorted it here at 6:45 in the morning. Look at that drop from $45 down here to $35. $10 move there on FL, 30% drop, just getting killed. What stocks do you trade and what ones do you avoid? I avoid stocks like DRYS. Unless it's like really crazy and just goes insane. Even then I play it safe, but I try to stay away from the stupid stocks. Try to play the stocks that are hot that day. Have I ever tried Robinhood? Have I tried Robinhood before? Yes, I've tried Robinhood before. I've traded with it. I've made money in Robinhood, but I've also lost money just because, well, I made money and I lost money because of some of the issues like Robinhood just not working or just freezing and not being able to sell. There are all kinds of issues with that damn app. What are your plans to monetize this channel? It's monetized, baby. We're making that money. All $3 a day off of YouTube right now. I'm just killing it. I'm gonna end up having to buy a bigger house to put all my money from YouTube in it. Damn, Hawaii time for trading? Yeah, waking up 3:30, that's gonna be bad. I'm probably gonna do like the old go to bed early, kind of wake up, go back to bed kind of thing. My win percentage, 95%? Probably not. Probably more like 78. I don't even think about it. A lot of days I have some pretty solid days where I can just get in and out. That's why I think a lot of times the reason that I am consistent is I take profits so fast. I get out of trades fast. I don't get screwed. I just get in and out. And you know, even with a stock like this, I had this huge move. I probably would have got in and out 3 or 4 times, taking profit fast. And what platform? Using SureTrader Pro. I need to just put that in the description. SureTrader Pro, because that always people ask me. No, I'm not going to Maui. I'm going to Oahu. My girlfriend, I don't know what she's talking about. What are my main indicators to tell me if I should make a trade? Main indicators, obviously, volume, stock, news. I want to look for stocks that have bad news. FL had bad news. The great thing about shorting stocks with bad news really is you don't have to expect some kind of crazy squeeze. I mean, FL, you can see it had a couple pops, but overall it just trended lower and lower as the day goes on. It doesn't mean that it can't find support and kind of bounce, but overall, you just look at the stock, it just got killed. So you find a stock with really bad news, it's just a clear short, or you find a stock with really good news. It just depends. You got to play it like that. Pure hoops, that's the plan, man. I get 1 million subscribers here on YouTube. I'm just making that fat paychecks. Mental versus hard stops. The reason I use mental stops is because I go into the trade with a plan. So if I get into a trade and it starts to drop, I'm out of it. I'm watching a key area. So like say I went long here. You know, say I go long here on FL. I went long at 38.50, and I'm thinking I see the support there at the 38.15 area, and I'm watching level 2, and I see that 38.15 area getting eaten out. I see it getting sold into. I'm selling. A lot of people, they trade with the idea that they're always looking to take profit. Well, you really should be trading with the idea that you should be looking to protect that profit. So if you get into a trade, you should be watching level 2 very closely on both sides, not just on the idea of it going up. You should be watching support, seeing where that support is on the level 2, seeing where the bid is, making sure there's buyers there. If the buyers start disappearing, you see that support area getting eaten out. You see a lot of selling happening. You're watching the time and sales, and all that stuff's looking red. It's really bad. You taking I'm getting out of that. I'm selling into that last support. I'm not going to let it break and then sell. So that's one of the things I think a lot of people have a problem with. They're just sitting there looking at the level 2. They're looking at profit, but they're not looking at the safety side. They're not looking at the bid. You need to be looking at the bid constantly, kind of looking to see where the bid is, seeing where the buyers are. Make sure you're not just waiting for that support to break. Because if you would have waited for that support to break here at 38.15, it dropped all the way down to 37.61 there. So, you know, you get crushed. You really got to wait, and you need to be keeping an eye on that. Because that's what happens. It gets sold into, that support breaks, boom, crashes down. We're getting news from using that stockmarketwatch.com. TD Ameritrade, okay or not okay? It's great. I love trading Ameritrade. I see a lot of traders use level 2 trading big names like FL. I also trade big names and do not see use in level 2. Do you? Where's the value? Is it mainly level 2 is great. No, I mean, why would you? I always use level 2. I use level 2 time and sales. I want to see where the resistance is. I want to see where the support is. So I'm always looking to see where the buyers are, where the sellers are, and seeing what's going on there. How exactly does shorting work? Well, shorting works basically I'm selling FL. So let's say I get in here at 38.15. I sell it to somebody else. I'm betting that stock is going to go down. So then I have to buy it at a lower price to make profit. If I buy it at a higher price, I'm going to lose money. One advice, wear sunscreen. Always. That's why my eyes are always red. People always ask me why my eyes are red. It's not because I'm really high. It's because I always stare at the damn sun when I'm out filming and stuff. What's a good example of good news, bad news? Bad news, bad earnings. Stock gets crushed because of revenue, because they're not making money. They're closing stores. They're getting sued. They're losing money. Whatever it is, that's bad news. I mean, obviously, good news is going to be stocks with better sales, better revenue, deals, partnerships. You get a stock with a partnership, with a buyout, something like that going on is always amazing. Website earnings whisper accurate. I have not used it. I'll check it out though. Are you drinking your friend Jose Cuervo? Red eyes equal good weed. No, it doesn't mean good weed. Gator, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, people are constantly spoofing there on the level 2, but the thing is, at least I kind of get an idea. If I can see level 2, if I see there's a hidden buyer there, I see the hidden seller, gives me an idea watching the time and sales. Do people in USA feel like the economy is getting worse? No, I don't. I think the economy is just in a weird spot right now. You got companies like Amazon and stuff that are doing really well, and you got companies that are like retail that are doing bad. So just people are smarter. You know, customers and people are buying. They're smarter to go buy deals online than to go to Best Buy and buy a TV for when they can buy it on Amazon for even cheaper. What's my take on Clay Trader's program to learn day trading? Like I said, I never paid money to learn how to day trade. I just started doing it. Not saying it's the best way to do it, but don't. There's better ways to spend money. I don't really think you need to go spend a bunch of money on learning how to day trade. You can just start doing it. You can watch videos. You can Google every single question you have about day trading. Just Google it. There's a million questions to answer. No, I don't think it's worth paying more for market view. What are some good stockbrokers for day trading if you have over 25,000? Interactive brokers, Speed Trader, Lightspeed. There's all kinds of brokers. TD Ameritrade. They all work. It really just depends on what you're looking for, what your overall goal is. How much money do you have to get to start Shirt Trader? Yeah, you can start with $500, $1,000. You don't need a lot of money for Shirt Trader. That's the great thing about it. Do you use Does using a margin have a fee? No, it does not. As long as you're buying and selling, just holding overnight. All right. What else is good? Anybody got? Winter is coming. Maybe next weekend. I'll be in Hawaii next weekend, so no Q&A next weekend. But hopefully I'll be on a beach somewhere, drinking a margarita. Just chilling. Am I the owner of the planned trade domain? Yes, so plan day trade profit, the whole thing is mine. That's mine. Patrick Whelan, I started that. It's not a chat room. The chat room is not plan trade profit. That is not the chat room name. The chat room is another company. It's another person that I trade with. The plan trade profit is me. That's what I started. I started it as a website just to promote the YouTube channel, just promote whatever I'm doing, and that's what it is. What's your takes on index leverage ETFs? I mean, if you can short leverage ETFs are great. TVIX, all those kind of stocks, you can play them. You can get crazy, but you got to take profit fast, in and out, taking it profit. Understand what you're doing, and be smart about it. Do I think it's worth trading the U.S. markets if you're in Australia? I mean, I guess if you're, I think what U.S. markets probably have the best kind of stocks to trade. I don't really know. I don't really know people who trade other markets, but I think most people around the world are trading the U.S. markets. Do I make a comfortable income trading? I mean, people always ask me this. Could I live off day trading? I think I could live off day trading. The problem is that I like things. I like to spend money. I like to buy nice things. I like to travel. I like to have fun. And the market's only open so many hours a day. So why kind of force myself to just focus on day trading solely? I make money doing other things. So why? I don't know. Why force it? How did Sonic teach me how to do my hair? I don't know. He didn't teach me. Biggest loss and biggest win. Wait, learn from both of them. Biggest loss was on Sun Edison. I had over like 65,000 shares of a 30-cent stock, and it actually went up to 80 cents pre-market. This is the best story. I had Robinhood, and I was buying Sun Edison. My average was like literally 30 cents. It was amazing, and it went up to 80 cents, guys. It went up to 80 cents. Pre-market. This is pre-market. I couldn't buy. I couldn't sell. It was insane. I was literally up like $25,000, and I was shitting my pants. I was running around. I was actually in Mauritius on the other side of the world, off the coast of Africa, running around, screaming, going, "Oh my God!" I couldn't do anything. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't sell. I couldn't buy. It was insane. Couldn't sell it. Couldn't do anything. Pre-market on Robinhood back in the day, and literally, it went from 80 cents back down to 30 cents all before the market opened, and I got screwed, and I didn't sell. And then I held for a couple more days, had a couple more pops, and ended up going bankrupt. I was actually at the airport, got an email saying that Sun Edison went bankrupt. How much money did I lose? And I started opening my brokerage and saw that Sun Edison was no longer on the market, got delisted. And my account literally went from like, I think $17,000 to zero on Robinhood. It was pretty awesome. Do I make, what other businesses do you work for or own? So other businesses I work for, well, I don't really work. So I do, my biggest thing for me is filming. So I used to be a professional, well, I guess I still am a professional filmer. I do a lot of filming, action sports, surfing, wakeboarding, skateboarding, all that kind of stuff. Working for companies like Red Bull, Nike, all those guys back in the day. And now I do some day trading. Now I do some social media stuff, do some marketing stuff. Always working for companies, doing video editing. Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, so I don't know. YouTube, this whole YouTube thing is kind of a new thing for me. The whole channel's fun. It's really easy for me because I'm good at editing, so I can edit these videos. I can make videos. I think I can talk a little bit about stuff, so that's working out for me. What percentage of your account do you use per trade is based on your risk tolerance? I think Johnny's answering all the questions. I'm gonna put Johnny up here, just answering all the questions. Like I said, a lot of times if there's a trade that I'm all in on, I'll go all in. If I have a $3,000 account, I'm sometimes leveraged like $20,000. It's pretty crazy sometimes. What editing software do I use? Using Final Cut Pro X, actually. I can actually edit with anything. Premiere. Can edit with Premiere, all that stuff. But I trade, fucking A. I usually edit with Final Cut Pro X, so. Johnny Walker's my new secretary, answering all the questions I don't want to answer. What indicators do I use? Well, I made a video talking about how I don't really use the indicators, but give you guys an idea. So the indicators here on the chart right now are the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA. Basically just giving me an idea of where other people are going to be trading at. I'm kind of going into every trade. Well, I want to be, mentally I want to be thinking like this. I want to be thinking, if I'm going to get in here short, where is kind of the next place people are going to be selling off? Where are the stop losses going to take place at? If people are buying here on this dip, and then I go short here, are they going to all cover? Are they going to, you know, get out of that trade at that $37 area? So I'm kind of watching the EMAs, watching the VWAP, and kind of get an idea where the VWAP is, where the EMAs are, and kind of have an idea. But yeah, I mean, the cool thing about the montage, it always gives me an idea of where the VWAP is. So I kind of get an idea of when that VWAP breaks down. I have the 50 EMA on the on my daily chart, well, on the 5-minute chart. So I have 3 charts set up there normally when I trade. And this is not what you're seeing on the computer right now is not what I normally trade with. Normally what I trade with is this setup. Oh. So normally it looks like, so normally this is what we're looking at. We got the 5-minute, we got the 1-day chart, we got the 1-minute chart. Give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at. You know the old saying, bears and bulls make money in the market, baby, but the old pigs get slaughtered. Do I scalp trade? Yeah, I'm a clear scalp trader, in and out, 10 cents sometimes, popping, getting those pops in and out, baby. That's what it's all about for me. How many monitors do I got? I got the dual monitors. 2 monitors right now set up. When I start entering a trade, it starts to go in your favorable direction. As it starts to come back to your entry, when do you close the position early and let it actually hit your stop? A lot of times if I get into a trade, I try to take profit when I'm in the green. Other day, I kind of had to screw up on INFY. If you guys were here in the live chat, you would have saw I screwed up on that one. But basically, I was up like 150 bucks. It started to come back on me. I didn't want to go in the red, so I ended up covering for like break even on it, basically. So a lot of times I hate, the last thing I want to do is go from green to red. So I'm kind of, if it's starting, if I'm green, I'm taking profit. If I don't take profit and it starts to bounce back on me, I usually just cut it and get it out of there. Oh, Oscar, big timer over there. Got more than 2 monitors coming up. What's up? How many are you going to get, Oscar? How much money do you need to start shorting stocks? I guess you only need $500 or $1,000. If I could use one chart only, obviously I'm going to be using that 1 minute chart because, like I said, I'm scalping those 1 minute moves basically in and out fast. More double top videos? Yeah, I mean the double tops are hard because obviously, like I said, in hindsight, it's always easy to be like, oh yeah, look at that double top. But overall on the day, you know, when you're sitting here watching, you see that double top form and kind of have to execute before it's really kind of formed. So it's hard sometimes. Who's watching Game of Thrones tonight? How many people are watching Game of Thrones? Let me see a little. Raise your hands if you're watching Game of Thrones tonight. They're killing it right now. 126,000 people. Tomorrow morning, Monday morning, we'll be here at 9 a.m. if you guys are not, if you're not doing it. My mustache doesn't grow actually. I don't have any facial hair. Not available in South America? Shit. I got you. I'll send it down to you. What does your monitor use? What do you mean by monitor use? What's the monitor using? Still very young. How old are you, Wolfpack? If you're under 18, legally you're not supposed to be trading, but I think it doesn't really matter your age. That's the great thing about day trading is you don't need a college degree. You don't need to you don't really need anything. You can do it. But it doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter where you live at, all that stuff. Ta! Do I ever trade in the first minutes after the bell? Oh, I trade right. A lot of times I'm trading right when that bell hits, baby. If that bell hits and it's a double top, I'm shorting. Yep, I got the LG monitors. What's up from Orlando? What's up from Fort Lauderdale? What's up, Jeremy? I think 3 monitors is a sweet spot. Yeah, you could probably do. I don't really know. If I had 3 monitors, I don't even think it would help me that much more. Maybe if I get like 6 monitors, then I think my P&L is going to go up. So if I need to get that 6 monitors, I think actually if I had the 42-inch monitors, then we'd be on another level. We would I would easily make more money, and P&L would go skyrocket. Look at everyone comparing monitor size over here. 32-inch monitors. 32 inches for me. Only 32 inch, not the 42 inch. It's the LG. I'll have to look it up. I don't know. I paid like 160 bucks on Amazon. There we go. 42 inch monitors. That's what's up. All right, all right. What we got? Any more questions? Let's get the questions. If you got a question, hit it now. Let's get it done. And then tomorrow, nothing but day trading madness here at Open. Isn't the problem with the TVs though? You get like a weird things, you know, with the things. I don't know. That's my goal, day trader army. I'm trying to get that 42. I'm trying to get two 42-inch monitors. It'll just be amazing up in here. Dollar Tree. Ugh. Watch list for this week. I don't have a watch list. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna get down with it. I'm gonna figure out what's gapping up, what's moving around. Why SureTrader when you got U.S. local brokers? The reason I use SureTrader, like I said, is because 6 times margin. I can put $3,000 into it cash, and have 6 times margin on that. So like $18,000 worth of trading with buying power. Biggest win on one single trade would have been like a swing trade, making like $13,000, $14,000 on a swing trade. Biggest win on a day trade, probably like $1,200 on one trade. Do you view trading as a game, a gamble, or a serious job? Oh, it's a serious job, the way that I'm doing it, at least every single day, kind of waking up and not wanting to do it. Can you just wire our money and trade for us? No. Why, if you do that, Predator, how are you ever gonna make money day trading if that won't be any fun? It's actually also the big issue a lot of people don't understand too is the reason about the small account is it's like when if I can double $1,000 all day long, but if I can't double $100,000 because it gets to the point where it's like the size is just not gonna work. I can't buy $100,000 worth of this crappy stock and hope that I'm gonna get a big squeeze. And the sizing, the volume, it's just really hard once you get to a large size of an account. That's one of the big issues, you know, guys that make millions of dollars, you just get to the point where you just can't really size in big enough. Magic 11, I do invest. So I have a couple different stocks like Nvidia, Facebook, all those FANG stocks, tech stocks from last year that moved up real big. Holding those since last year still. Ooh, I like DSW. What's DSW at right now? Oh, DSW is gonna get killed. When does the DSW earnings? I want to get in on that. I just want to short it right now. No shares are short right now. I better have shares are short later on this week. Can you recommend a book for day trading? No books. I mean, if you really want a book, I guess you can Google a book, but I don't really have any books. I never use any books. Never read any books. Probably should have. Maybe should have. All right. Johnny Walker, there you go. Tag team that one. What's up, Matt Diamond? AEO? What's up with AEO? AEO right now. Oh yeah, AEO is looking real nice. Keep an eye on the retail stocks this week for sure. Get a good sell-off on a retail stock like AEO, DSW. These guys are just going to get killed and murdered. Look at that gap down. Last time it hit, where did it gap down from? $14 down there to $10. $4 move there on that last gap there on, well, from 13 to 11. So $2 move, but still getting crushed there. Keep an eye on these retail stocks this week for some good shorts. Have I seen XTNT? I have seen XTNT. I think we played a couple times last week. I'm gonna move this around here. XTNT is one of those stocks. It's either gonna go up really fast, gonna crash really fast. You're just gonna get like in and out quick. Not something you want to play with all day long. JCPenney closing stores. Yeah, all the big retail stores. JCPenney, All those Macy's are just gonna get killed. Yeah, that's also, it depends on how the market's gonna take it. You know, they're gonna close stores, lower the overhead, lower the operating costs. It might raise the stock up. It really just depends. You never know. Like, you got a stock like Hertz that had bad earnings, they still go up. So you just get screwed either way. So you just got to play the chart. Don't try to make a decision before everybody else. Sometimes you'll make it, but most of the time you just got to play the chart. Even if the stock has bad earnings, bad news, still sometimes these stocks still go up, they go down. You just got to play the chart. Don't think that you know more than the rest of the market does. If the stock is really going to crash, if the market wants it to crash, if it's got bad news, it's going to happen. But you sitting there thinking that you know more than the rest of the market, it's not a good plan. Do I trade Forex? No Forex for me. I've never actually traded Forex. Everything that I've heard about Forex is just a little bit different. Oh, dude, Uber would be a great short for sure at open. Oh, I think one day I'm gonna regret not shorting Snapchat. You can see the Snapchat chart here. Basically, opened up IPO there, 29.44. I wanted to short it so bad, like, I mean, so bad. Couldn't find any shares to short, and now it's down here. This is one of those shorts that you just hold on to for like a year because it's just gonna go lower and lower. Snapchat's gonna just be in single digits pretty soon. Also, Apron was another one. Apron just got killed as well. Opened up. I don't know why they do this. They IPO these stocks. They IPO them at just like an insane price, $11, and now it's at $5. Like, what are you? Who decides this? It's all because of these banks and the firms that handle the initial offering. They put the stock out there at an inflated price. They want to make money. They make money on the offering, and basically after that, it's just they don't care. It just starts dropping and dropping, and no shares are short on Apron either. Apron is getting killed. See you later, Jess. Let's see you tomorrow morning. DGLT tomorrow. Is DGLT gonna open tomorrow? Maybe not. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We'll see. Yeah, Tiva's been pretty bearish as well. Looking here, Tiva just getting crushed. Sorted a couple times from like the $20 area into this area. Yeah, I mean, Snapchat's going to bounce a couple times, but I think overall it's just going to keep going down and down because they're going to do the same thing Facebook did. They just don't know how to monetize, and it took Facebook a while for the Facebook stock to really bounce either. SPEX. What's up, SPEX? Magic, be here in the morning, baby. We'll be talking about stocks. We'll all be watching and trading and all that fun stuff. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Let's do it. UVXY, I'm all in UVXY, going long here. Great stock to hold for the next couple years. Sure Trader, no trade zero. Sure Trader for Pete. How do I see level 2? Level 2 is on the montage here. So I'm the bid and the ask over here on this side. All right, I'm gonna be out of here in 8:15. Got 3 minutes left. You got any more questions? Let me see them. Let's get it over. You got any stocks to look at? What stocks should we be looking at? I know Matt Diamond was talking about all the retail stocks. Anybody got any other stocks to short? What time in the morning? 9 a.m. Be here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Maybe a little bit earlier. Probably 9 a.m. though. We'll see. If something looks really crazy, I might go live a little bit earlier, but we'll plan on 9 a.m. Yeah, so the platform fee for Sure Trader is $104 once you add like the level 2 and you add all the other crap they make you add. It's $49 if you don't want level 2 and stuff. Tim, what's up, my man? See you in the chat room tomorrow morning, eh? ZIOP, what's up, ZIOP? What's your thesis on ZIOP here? Why do I know this name? Did it move around recently or something? Getting killed here, actually. Later, Arthur. Come on back. Oh, FENG. This one, I have a feeling we're going to get a little bit of a pop here on Monday on FENG. Keep an eye on this one because I shorted it a couple times on Friday and it did not want to go any lower. It got some people just holding this up, so who knows. Tim Sykes is pumping it up right now. We might get some more of a run here on Monday. You can see this move here from the morning on Friday. It jumped up there from 379 up there to 480. The big move there, and then basically closing right here at the 450 area. So FENG does not want to crash there. So we'll see what happens. How much have I made off of day trading? Shit, I don't know. No, do not use the SureTrader web platform. It's really bad. If you're gonna use SureTrader, make sure you're using the Pro desktop platform. The web-based platform is really bad for day trading. If you're short, you're gonna be watching the ask basically. So you're gonna be covering on the ask or on the bid. But so you know, if I short here at 433 and I got to cover, I'm gonna have to cover there at 463. Boom, I'm gonna lose a lot of money. I do not use a trailing stop, like I said a couple times, just because these stocks, they move around so fast. So if you have a trailing stock, say you have a, you know, a 2 or 3% trailing stop, and all of a sudden the stock starts to squeeze, you get some stupid move, and then boom, you get taken out of it, and then all of a sudden the stock goes back down. So I don't see a point in using a stop. If you're going to be trading, if you're going to be watching the stock, why use a stop? You know, you need to be keeping an eye on it and not kind of letting the computer handle it for you. Always using mental stops, never using hard. Johnny Walker, never using stops. He's just fucking drinking. Why do you like shorting more than longing? It's not that I like shorting more than longing. I like both. If I have a good stock and a good setup, I'll go long, no problem. But if recently you just had a lot of opportunity to go short, hasn't been a lot of hot stocks lately. So I mean, I actually went long on FENG, I think, a couple times. Went long, short. Shorting is the best. I sometimes I have to agree. You know, you get these stocks, you get a big move like this up to 480, and then boom, pull back nice and steady, short down that lower. Active Trader toss is great. I actually use it all the time. Yeah, if a stock drops, crashes quickly right away through your stop, I'm getting out. So like I said, I'm always watching level 2. I'm not gonna let that stock drop on me instantly. I'm gonna be watching level 2. I'm gonna make sure those buyers are there. Once those buyers go away, I'm gonna get out of that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're swing trading, you're trading a stock that's a bigger stock, that you have a longer time frame. Let's say you're buying a stock like Apple or something. You're looking for a move or something. You're swinging that. You can use a stop. It's not a bad. It's not that bad to use a stop if you're doing something like that, swing trading. But when you're day trading, when you're trading these small little moves, putting a stop in there it's not a good idea. And agreeing with the secretary over here, Johnny Walker, the risk on shorting is limitless, and the idea that you get a stock like DRYS that you short, it goes up 1,000%, you're screwed. You know, if you short it at $1, it goes up 1,000%, you're losing all that money. But if it goes down, you're only going to get 100% profit. So that's the one issue with shorting. I'm not Mr. P, I'm Patrick. Mr. P is the chat room, but TEVA. Yeah, I mean 1710 probably on TEVA over here. TEVA kind of bouncing off a $17 area previously down there at 1681, so we get that break of 1681 and get a nice sell-off. Really depends on if we get bad news. Another day of bad news for the stock would just get killed. Later, Alex. The chat room is in the description. Check it out. What's up, baby girl? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Oscar's shorting TEVA tomorrow. I'll be here in the morning watching. If it looks really good, Oscar, I'll short it with you. We'll see. Will I watch the eclipse? No. Do not look at the eclipse. It'll burn your eyeballs out. Is there any way to find low float stocks? There's a couple different scanners. You can use stocks website like FinViz. You can search for stocks that have a small float. PGAT. If you click on the link in the description, it'll give you more information about the chat room. Like I said, I do not own the chat room. I do not run the chat room. So click on the link. You'll find out more about the chat room. Shorting is good, but with exception that you gain good experience first before short as a newbie. All right, I think everyone's out of here. We're dropping watchers here. People are bored. I'm over it. You guys are over it. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Make sure you tune in. We'll be doing it live. Shorting something, going long. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Market opens at 9:30. We'll be here. We'll be doing it. Talking about some stocks. Having some fun. I'm out of here. We're doing it. I got things to do. Game of Thrones is coming on. Ballers is coming on after that. So I'll talk to you guys later.